Good morning. Okay. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Lorraine with Crafty Therapy by Elle, and I make all sorts of projects. Today I'll be working on a personalized basket using vinyl that I've cut from my Cricut. I also make handmade beautiful wreaths. After the basket, I'll be working on a wedding bow. So if you're new here, welcome. Let me know that you're new here. And let's get started. So what I've done is I have used my Cricut. I have an older model. I believe this is the Explorer Air 2. I've had it for years. It works fine. So we're just going to keep on using it until it doesn't anymore. And I'm going to be using, this is called a pin pen weeding tool. It's a great little tool to have. It's got like that really sharp pinpoint. This was vinyl from, I believe, this is Starcraft permanent vinyl. And this was from 143vinyl.com. I get a lot of my vinyl from there. I prefer to use their brand. I'm not sure if it's their brand or they sell it. I've been getting it there for years over the Cricut brand. I just find I was having a lot of trouble with the Cricut brand. So I've been happy with this. So I keep going back to this. So I'm just gently going slowly, peeling away to reveal the design. And I just go slowly so that nothing sticks on itself. These are popular in my Etsy shop. I sell the baskets in white, black, red. I may have a pink and purple left, yellow. So this customer ordered this with that name on it. And I'm going to go ahead and get my piece of transfer tape that I use over and over. This is, I'll grab it. I like to use the grid paper, and this is one that I found about a month or so ago from Amazon. HTV Rund, I think it is, transfer tape for vinyl. This is what it looks like. I found it in, this is 6 inches, so it comes in a roll. So on some of my projects it's not wide enough, so I have to use a different vinyl. But it works fine for my smaller projects. And I've used this over and over, probably, I don't know, 15 times already. So I'm burnishing that, making sure that it sticks, slowly peeling it back. If you find it sticking, just push it back down. What is that on my L? Looks like there was something on my vinyl. The transfer tape, excuse me. I'm aiming to do that L over, but we'll see what it looks like once I get it on. That's okay. This is live, right? Things happen. So I'm going to take my, I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I just put alcohol in it. Just give it a quick clean. Let that dry a second. That way it makes sure that there's no handprints or oils. And I'm using my self-healing mat because I'm guiding it just to keep it straight. So I use the lines on it. Actually, I need to come down a little bit lower because it's on a darker area. Okay. I like to stand up and do this part just to make sure I'm getting it centered. I like where that is, so I'm going to gently but firmly press it on with my fingers. Now this is permanent vinyl, so this is not going to come off. Technically, if they really wanted to take it off, they could take it off. But it's labeled as permanent vinyl, so it really shouldn't. Right? Oh, this is really gonna, this usually doesn't happen, but I'm just gonna have to go slow. This is a matte finish, so it might be why it's gonna give me a little difficulty. This is gonna be the live that everything goes wrong. Is that it? Oh my goodness. Usually when you've used the tape several times, it doesn't stick as well to the transfer paper. But you just gotta go slow. Push it back down. Sometimes coming from a different angle helps. Let me, do I have Cricut users out there? Silhouette users? So just go slowly. Looks like every letter is going to want to peel up. But just got to go slowly and keep pushing it down. This is crazy because this honestly never happens like this. So that little heart came off. So I'm putting it aside so that I can put it on later after I'm done. So I got a new ring light for Mother's Day, and I'm using this. This is the second time I'm using it, and it feels like it's giving me a hot flash. And I don't get hot flashes yet. It is quite warm under these lights. All right, we're getting there. These baskets are actually great for bridal showers and gift baskets. When my nephew was getting married, they're an L also. I put all sorts of fun personalized signs and towels and wrapped it up beautiful. And the bow that I'm making next was what I put on top to wrap it up. It came out really pretty. And it's something that they'll use for years because they can use this in the bathroom for hand towels, or you can use it for a favor basket. You can put some ice in it, or maybe snacks. So many uses for it. This was supposed to be the quick craft of the video. So I apologize that it's taking me so much longer and I have no explanation as to why, because I've used this bucket so many times, I've used this vinyl so many times. So I don't get it. But it is what it is, and we're going to work through it. These little teeny tiny spots that want to keep peeling up. And I don't want them to rip. All right, finally, oh my goodness. All right, so let's see what we got here. This has a little bubble. We're just gonna lift that up gently. I use a pair of tweezers to just smooth everything down, make sure there's no bumps. Let's get that heart back on. It came off from down here. I'm gonna smooth that out. Make sure it's all sealed. Okay, so there we go. It is finally on. So I think after all that aggravation, that turned out nice. So this will be shipped today. I'm gonna put that aside. And now I'm going to pull over my wedding supplies for the wedding bow. And this is also in my Etsy shop, craftytherapybyl.etsy.com. And it comes in two different lengths, 16-inch tails and 30-inch tails, depending on your needs. These are great for gift baskets, wedding pews, adding them to a wreath. Okay, so I grabbed my Easy Bow Maker, my Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. I have all the different bow makers, but this is the one that I generally come back to each time. I just find it's the easiest to use. It's light, it's not bulky to store. So I just keep it right next to me where I work. So let's see, I just want to make sure, yep, I have enough on this roll. So this is a 2.5 inch, 2.5 inch wired sheer ribbon, and this one ordered 16-inch tails. So I'm going to use my mat to make sure that I'm giving 16 inches, and I make it a little bit extra longer to account for using, it'll be like in the middle of the bow. So I've put it in between my fingers, they call this, and I've given it a twist. You do the twist generally when you're using, you really need to do it for when you're using a ribbon that is not double-sided. And I'm making about 6-inch loops. So you need to do that twist so that the pattern and proper side is facing up on the bow. So I need 3 loops of 6 on each side. Some people find bow making hard. I find that practice practice, practice, and using good quality ribbon is extremely important to get a nice final product. And I also sell lots of bows in my Etsy shop because some wreath makers just can't get the hang of it, or maybe their fingers hurt and their hands hurt from making the bows, so they just want a pre-made bow to add to their design. They're also great for lanterns, especially those big, beautiful lanterns that you put on a porch. These look great on there. In fact, right now I have a mystery bow box on sale until tomorrow. So you get 5 mystery bows. They'll be all different seasons and colors, but they'll all be big and beautiful. Just measuring out the 2 tails. That probably went off camera, but I just made sure that my tails are the same length. So you get 5 bows. There'll be different seasons, different colors. Normally my bows range from $18 to about $24 each. And I believe the sale is, it's under $45 for the box. So it's less than $10 a bow, which is a great deal. So you can look on my Etsy shop, craftytherapybyl.etsy.com. There's a tab that'll say sale. So you can go check that out. I also have a lot of beautiful wreaths on sale. A good variety for summer, spring, everyday, fall, baby, teacher. Okay, so this was a 1.5 inch ribbon, and I did 2 loops of each, a little bit shorter. So that was about 5.5 inches. Now I'm going to bring this 2.5 inch ribbon back. Still measuring up my tails, making sure that they're all the same length. And this I'm going to do 1 loop, a little bit shorter than the last. I staggered down about 1/2 inch from the last loops. So I see we have some people watching. Let me know if you make wreaths, if you make bows, if you just like watching new crafts to try. That's how I started about almost 7 years ago. Just watching some videos on Facebook at that point. And I saw something I wanted to try, which was a cute witch hat. So I made 3 of them, and they were gifts for my son's teacher. And when I had posted them on Facebook, I said, oh, look at how cute these are. I instantly got friends and family that wanted to order them. So now I'm coming in back with that 1.5 inch ribbon, coming a little shorter, and I'm going to do 2 loops of this. So I got a bunch of orders right away, and it kind of just blossomed from that, and watching different videos for different crafts and different style wreaths. Watching YouTube videos. So it's been a fun journey. It was a nice way to supplement income. I am a registered nurse, and when I had my first son, I had taken time, and then I had my other boys, and then I went back as a school nurse, a substitute school nurse. So doing my crafts and selling them was a nice way to supplement. So now I'm going to take my layers and I'm just going to spread them out so you can see them all. I can do 1 up, 1 down. This one's going to stay in the middle. And I like to round out my loops, make sure everything is in place before I'm going to secure it. Now this sheer ribbon, it's pretty much the only bow that I make with the sheer ribbon because it is a little bit harder to work with. It likes to slide around. So you just have to keep fluffing it. And I have a video in all my bows on how to fluff it, so my customers know if they get it home after shipping and it's a little bit flattened, they know how to easily and quickly round it out. And then I add this little pearl detail. Now I'm going to come in with my pipe cleaner. This is an 8-inch pipe, an 8-inch zip tie. That's how I like to secure my bows. Some people use pipe cleaners, some people use wire. I find that this is the easiest way for me to cinch it very tightly so that I know my ribbons and layers are not going to move anywhere. So I've come underneath all of the layers and up the middle, and I've secured it, but I haven't pulled it really tightly. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So I secured it a little bit. It's still not fully secured. I'm going to slide it to the back. And as I was sliding it, I secured it a little bit more, but left a little space so that I could put my pipe cleaner right in the middle. And now I can pull it tight. This way they can now add it to the pew, the basket, the wreath, wherever it is. And they could secure it. And then they can also, if they needed to, get extra pipe cleaners. If it's like a really big tree or whatever, they could just add to it. Or if they let me know ahead of time, I could send it with it. So now I'm just taking my fingers, going from the middle of the bow and smoothing it out, curving my tails, making sure my little pearls are at attention here. Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Now can you picture this filled with maybe wine or dishcloths personalized with their name, anything like that, and then you wrap it up with the big clear CeeLo bags, and then you tie this on top. What a stunning statement for a wedding present or a bridal shower present or a baby shower. The last thing that I need to do is to just clean up my edges. I just do a little angle cut. Just to give it that finished look. And get these. I think I got this one I gotta get. And these tails are beautiful, especially if they're blowing in the wind on the back of chairs. Could attach these. I had one person, she attached it to a little girl. I sell a smaller version of this. She attached it to the basket for the flower girl. So sweet. So just cutting it at an angle. And that is about it. I got them all. Okay, so now I am going to just box these up and ship them out today. If you have any questions, if you're going to be watching the replay, feel free to leave the comments in the questions in the comments. I will go back and answer them when I get a notification. If you found this helpful, please give my page a subscribe. I try to go live at least once or twice a week doing all different, whether it's going to be a bow or something Cricut or making a wreath. I've got lots of videos on wreath making from start to finish, different techniques. You can go back and watch my lives, the live tab or the video tab. to check that out. You can also go through the playlists. If you are interested in purchasing any bows, remember I have that sale going on until tomorrow, so check that out in my Etsy shop, craftytherapybyl.etsy.com. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.